Hey guys, YouTube Warrior 100 here, and I was just watching Spearman's video that he made this past summer where he was talking about the Stone Cold Steve Austin Undertaker feud in the Attitude Era. Well, I've just decided to make a video about another great feud of the Attitude Era, The Rock versus Triple H. This was one of the best feuds of the Attitude Era. It was arguably The Rock's best feud ever during his career. Yeah, I know some of you might say Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin was a better feud, but that wasn't really much of a feud, though. Like I was hearing what Spearman said about that in his video. It wasn't really much of a feud at all. They just had a few matches with each other, or at one point, then just stopped it with each other. So it's not really much of a feud. I mean, if you think about it, yeah, I'll probably make another video about that. This Rock versus Stone Cold matches and why I think it's not really a major feud some other time. But right now I'm just going to focus on the Rock and Triple H feud. This feud, it was really good at one point. I remember it lasted in 1998, and 1999, and 2000. So yeah, I remember at first I was rooting on Triple H. And then later on when Triple H became that evil SOB, I was going for The Rock. Yeah. So yeah. I'm really going to focus more on their 1998 and 2000 feud. Times with their feud. I'm not really going to talk too much about the 1999 part of their feud because, to be honest, I don't recall very much from that year with the two of them fighting each other. Yeah, during that year, The Rock was really facing more guys, and Triple H was also doing it, so I'm just going to focus more on their 1998 and 2000 feuds. Yeah, so in their 1998, of course, that was like the DX versus Nation of Domination feud. Yeah, I mean, there was a hilarious segment where DX came out and they were impersonating the Nation, making them seem like morons. I remember the Road Dogg was being D'Lo Brown, and he was just, every time he got finished talking, someone got finished talking, he would always just steal the mic and would just be a gossip and just repeat what they were saying. And then he would do that thing D'Lo Brown did, where he'd get up on the turnbuckles and do that thing. And also Jason Sensation has Owen Hart with the big nose. I thought that was pretty funny. And X-Pac as Mark Henry had like the black face, but you could see he had white arms. Yeah, and then I don't totally recall this or not, but I think The Rock screwed Triple H out of the European title. And then at SummerSlam 1998, of course, Triple H beat The Rock for the Intercontinental title in a ladder match after China screwed The Rock because Triple H and The Rock were on top of the ladder and they were punching each other, and The Rock was about to grab the title, but then China came in and gave The Rock a low blow and The Rock fell off the ladder, and then Triple H, he recovered and he got to the top of the ladder and grabbed the Intercontinental title. And then Triple H won the Intercontinental title. Really, and good God, the crowd was going crazy right there. I've seen the end of that match a lot, and I still just cannot believe how loud the crowd got and how wild they were when Triple H grabbed that Intercontinental title at SummerSlam in '98. God, that crowd was so crazy at Madison Square Garden. Yeah. And then in 1999, I don't remember much, Triple H turned on DX at WrestleMania 15 and joined the corporation, so both The Rock and Triple H were in the corporation for a little while. And then The Rock turned face and he wanted the WWE title. Vince McMahon made The Rock a referee in a match that Triple H was defending the title against the British Bulldog, and The Rock was just, he wasn't making the counts, he was just watching, he was applauding people. And at one point he was like, 1, 2, and before he did, and he didn't do the 3, and he just said, it doesn't matter if The Rock counts to 3. And then The Rock got on the broadcast casting booth, and he was doing some commentary. While Triple H and the Bulldog were fighting each other to wrestle each other, and then afterwards, at the end of the match, The Rock, he of course did that amazing sliding people's elbow on, I think it was British Bulldog, it might have been Triple H, I forgot. Yeah. And then at Rebellion 1999, Triple H and The Rock faced off in a cage match for the title, and Triple H won that match because the British Bulldog was attacking The Rock inside the cage, so Triple H was able to climb out of the cage. Yeah, and then in 2000, good God, they were just going crazy in this. In 2000, they were co-MVPs of that year because Stone Cold was out with a neck injury or something. He was out injured, I should say, not really a neck injury, but yeah, I mean, of course, at the beginning of the year, Triple H was feuding with Mick Foley, and then had No Way Out in the Hell in a Cell match. And Triple H retired Mick Foley, and then at WrestleMania, Triple H, The Rock, Big Show, and Mick Foley faced off in the Elimination Fatal 4-Way with the McMahon in every corner. Yeah, and Big Show and Mick Foley were eliminated. Well, not really Mick Foley, but Big Show was eliminated real early in the match. He was only eliminated 5 minutes into the match. And then Mick Foley got eliminated into 20 minutes into the match. And then Triple H and The Rock were facing off for 16 more minutes in that match, and then Triple H won after Vince McMahon screwed The Rock by hitting him in the back with a chair, and Triple H won that match. And then going to Backlash, The Rock won that match and won the title from Triple H. Yeah, Shane McMahon was referee for that match, so you knew he was going to try to screw The Rock out of the match. But yeah, Shane McMahon got knocked out. And then Linda McMahon brought in Earl Hebner to go in and make the count when The Rock won the match. And then going in later into your Judgment Day, they had an Iron Man match, 1 hour Iron Man match with Shawn Michaels as the guest referee. And Triple H won in overtime after Shawn Michaels kind of screwed The Rock. Because The Rock shoved Shawn Michaels or something, I forgot how that went. Or, yeah, The Undertaker came as the American Bat the first time. He attacked Triple H. Maybe that's how it went. I forgot. I haven't seen that match in a while. Yeah, and then going into the King of the Ring, and Triple H was defending the title in a 6-man tag. It was Triple H and Vince and Shane McMahon going against The Rock, The Undertaker, and Kane. And if The Rock, Undertaker, and Kane won, whoever got the pinfall would be the champion. And then The Rock won by pinning Vince McMahon in that. Yeah, and then that was pretty much the major parts of their feud. Yeah, and going into 2001, 2002, they had a few run-ins with each other, The Rock faced Triple H once on SmackDown, and then in The Rock's steel cage match with Stone Cold after WrestleMania, the night after WrestleMania, Triple H came in with a sledgehammer and he hit The Rock in the face with him, Stone Cold, and Vince McMahon were just beating up on The Rock. And then after that, a little while after that, The Rock was gone making a movie, and Triple H was out with his quad injury, so we obviously weren't going to see them face each other anytime soon after that. Yeah, and then going into 2002, they also had a few runs with each other. They did have a couple confrontations in the backstage area, and The Rock and Triple H teamed up and faced Chris Jericho and Kurt Angle in a tag team match. And then, at the King of the Ring 1999, The Rock made an appearance there. At that time, he was kind of taking a break from the WWE at that time, but he was at the King of the Ring that year. And he was just there to watch WWE title match between The Undertaker and Triple H. And after The Undertaker won, The Rock came to the ring and he attacked The Undertaker. And as The Rock was like on the turnbuckles, like giving the fans what they want, Triple H gave The Rock the pedigree after that. And then after that, The Undertaker nailed Triple H with a choke slam. So those three were just beating the crap out of each other that night. And then the last thing that they had with each other was a triple threat match at the Global Warning pay-per-view. It was like in Australia, I think. The Rock was defending the WWE Championship in a triple threat match against Triple H and Brock Lesnar. Yeah, but that wasn't really they were hating each other at that point. It was just Triple H and Brock Lesnar wanted the title, so they were just getting on The Rock. Beating on The Rock, and The Rock was beating on them, so yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah, there's my what I say about The Rock and Triple H feud. One of the best feuds of the Attitude Era, and one of the best feuds of The Rock's career. Alright, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.